Big McThankies from McSpankies.
Another dream about him. I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real or not?
Looks kind of different now. Maybe everything we've done, maybe it was over nothing. He's a lucky kid.
All right, y'all. We'll get started here. Just because I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. Oops. Let me actually put this audio down.
No more heroes, it's hero the king who catch on nobody but yourself, nothing less to do.
Travis, it's kill or be killed.
Okay. Appreciate you guys all popping in. Thank you so much for the alert, Captain. Congratulations on being first again, Nia. As always, some things never change. But today we're going to be discussing getting back into the swing of things. It's a Monday, you know what it is, mental health day. And I think it's always a great point to start off the week in a great state of mind. Or at the very least on the best foot possible. And this is something simple, but it's a concept I think a lot of people let get away from them, myself included. Where if you've gone a long time without doing something or what feels like a long time, it can kind of be discouraging getting back into it, whether that's working out, maybe you stepped away from a diet, maybe you had to step away from a group of people or a situation, or maybe you just like lost a little bit of a skill you've developed over time, so now you feel a little discouraged when trying to pursue that skill again, whether that's a hobby, a passion, a job field, anything like that, a career even. Or sometimes reconnecting with an old flame. Rekindling an old flame, I think it's actually called, whatever. But that's going to be the basis of today's topic, which is partially true for myself, where I had to step away from streaming for a bit to take my Security Plus exam and I passed it, luckily. So that was very nice. I had a lot of people in my corner rooting for me, so that was dope. But that's going to be today's mental health topic, and just discussing that, what it's like kind of coming back to something after what feels like ages of not doing it, or sometimes that can cause things like nervousness, or maybe you're out of practice, you might miss a step, might not be as locked in as you were beforehand, and especially if you can notice, that might throw off your concentration and make it a little harder to come back. But I say all this to say that it's always fine dealing with those initial pains of coming back. I'd say probably like the easiest thing I could probably relate it to is like, yeah, if you haven't gone to the gym for a while, and all of a sudden you either may have to go down in weight from what you're able to lift beforehand when you're going consistently, or not being able to run on a treadmill for as long or do cardio as much. Maybe you can't do quite as many pull-ups. I'd say the most important thing is that you're still going, is that you're still trying, and with muscle memory, sooner or later your body's going to get back to where it used to be, whether that's your body, your mind, your spirit, or just, you know, whatever it is that you were doing beforehand. Somewhere along the line is going to come back to you. And while I think that it's important to recognize that maybe you've lost a step, maybe you weren't as good as you were before, that you can not only reach where you were before, but also exceed that point where you were before. Just, you know, like, I'd say like basic tips of advice, I'd say. But really, this is just me speaking my mind, I suppose. But yeah, besides that, that's going to be like the whole overarching topic. We're also going to be discussing some gaming news, just a little bit of that, getting back into how we used to do it. Nothing too crazy today, just because I didn't want to overdo it with immediately doing like 11, 12 articles or anything like that. Just gonna be a couple short ones, and then like 2 game trailers, and then we'll be in the Risk of Rain 2, just because I've been reworking this mod list I've been working with. So the game is gonna look a little different than the last time I played on stream. But with that all being said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and a wonderful start to your weeks. If not, I do hope that they get better, and I hope that you at the very least end up in a better spot than when you started the weekend. But let's get started here. First article of the day. I don't know how many of you guys are in the know. If you are, this is old news, but if you're not, definitely gonna want to pay attention if you're like a big Marvel Rivals player. So the developers themselves have had to come out and say that they're not trolling data miners, because that was a big rumor, right? A lot of things were leaking in game. A lot of data miners are going into the game, finding different names for like C-list and D-list villains and like different heroes, trying to figure out which ones were coming to the game and where. There's like so many different character leaks. Like we had, well, I don't want to go over the leaks. I hate leaking in general, but if you know, you know. But they actually had to come in and have actually spoken out about the data miner. But let's zoom in so you guys can actually see and read this. So Marvel Rivals data miners think that developers are trolling them with lists of potential future characters hidden in the game's code. This is how bad the leaking got. But NetEase and Marvel said that they had better things to do, like actually make the game. But last month, data miners began sharing the names of potential future heroes. Well, last month being January, because this came out in February. Potential future heroes hidden in code of Marvel Rivals, a few of whom seem to be confirmed pretty quickly, as real as when the Fantastic Four were initially officially announced. But however, as the list of data mine heroes grew, a different rumor began to circulate in the community. Some of the names are fake, planted there by developers to mislead data miners, some were theorizing. But even now, there's a disagreement in community, so much as if any of the data mine characters really being seriously considered for the game. And they recently, IGN had the opportunity to directly ask Marvel Rivals producer, is that Wei Kong Wu? I hope I didn't butcher this person's name. But in Marvel Games executive producer Danny Koo, if they were secretly performing an elaborate troll. And while it sounds like there are no pranks being pulled here, we should still take all the names being found in the code with a grain of salt. Here's what Wu had to say. We went on to say, firstly, we want to say that we don't recommend anyone to make adjustments to the files of the game. And also you can see that for each character's design, actually we come through a very complicated process, and we make a lot of concepts, trials, prototypes, development, etc. So there could be some information left in the code, and it might mean that we have tried those directions and they may appear or may not appear in our future plans. And whether or not they will appear in our future pipeline is highly depending on what kind of gameplay experience our players will expect in our game. And he went on to add that if I could have a 10-year plan, it'd be great. But the team experimented with a lot of playstyles, heroes, and it's like there was someone doing scratch paperwork and then just left a notebook there. And then someone being a data miner, decided to open it with no context. And then the interviewer had pushed a little, asking them point blank if they were actually deliberately trolling people who were, and then he went on to reply that we'd rather spend our time developing the actual game. Oh, you fighting a monster mode? Do you need me to send more men? I can send some palicos your way, you know. Also, let me know if at any point you want to play Risk of Rain 2 with us, because I have cut down the mod list as well. Instead of it being, I think, what is it, 312 mods, I cut it down to 260. So it should be a lot easier to play, a lot more stable. Send a bowgun user. Best I could do is a dual blade, man. I'm sorry. You tough, right? Just don't get hit. You got this. You got this. I believe in you. But welcome in. Thank you so much for coming through. Just reading this Marvel Rivals article. But in the same conversation, we also discussed he wants to be swaggy. In the same conversation, we also discussed how a character gets chosen to be added in Marvel Rivals in the first place, right? But the two told me that the team plans updates regularly, roughly a year in advance, and is committed to keeping its current pace of adding new characters every month and a half. For each update, NetEase first looks at what type of character and skill set is needed to balance out the rest of the game and add variety to the roster, and then they come up with a list of several different possible additions. So if anybody's curious to how they add Marvel Rivals characters in the game, this is their process. He's actively telling you how they add characters in the game, what they go about doing, which I think is really cool to get this type of transparency from a developer and how their actual character additions are so fast. But They also come up with a list of several different possible additions. And Wu went on to say that part of NetEase's strategy for achieving game balance is to focus less on aggressively tweaking existing characters to be perfectly fine-tuned and more on adding new characters and experiences to keep things fresh, fill in the gaps, and support characters that are a bit weak with new team abilities or counter characters that might be a little too strong. So I would assume from this, they don't want to have to buff and nerf characters continuously like how you might have in other hero shooters or even in MOBAs. Because once the character roster gets so big, it becomes really hard to balance out individual characters. So I think it is a little easier for a lot of people to just kind of add in a new character that will not only counter one playstyle, but also bring something new to the game. So you just don't eliminate a playstyle and have nothing to compensate for it. So that's interesting. Because once this game gets so big, it's going to be borderline impossible to make sure everybody's that finely tuned, and it's just going to take away from development time for other things. But once they have a list of possibilities, NetEase then takes these suggestions to Marvel Games and they begin working on initial designs. From there, they look at what the community is currently excited about, as well as what's planned a year in advance in other Marvel divisions, such as if a big film or comic arc is coming that they can tie a character in with. And that helps them come to a final decision on who's going in. All this explains why there might be a lot of different heroes listed in the code, and NetEase just has a lot of ideas to toss around all the time. So that's dope. So if you're wondering how Marvel Rivals goes about adding different characters to the game, this hopefully gives you that list, that insight to how they go about the process and how they actually go development. That's interesting. I wish more developers would be able to tell us stuff like that. I know some do, but not everybody does. Speaking of that though, we have some other news on Steam's behalf, which apparently just beat most countries for active player count. It beat some countries' population entirely, but how many people were playing Steam at the same time? It's reached new records. That record being a new all-time peak, passing 40 million concurrent users at the same time for the first time ever. And to put that in perspective, that's more people than the population of 80% of the countries in the United Nations. While the number of users playing the games was lower with about 11 million in-game, it still shows how massive Steam has become, which is kind of crazy to think about this. But this record-breaking moment happened on a Sunday of all things, which isn't surprising. Weekends usually bring in more players, and February has been full of big game releases and ongoing sales. SteamDB, which tracks live stats, recorded the exact count at, well, you guys can see the number, 40,052,744 users online at the same time. And Valve has been seeing these numbers climb for a while. Back in March 2020, when the world was stuck at home, Steam hit 20 million concurrents for the first time. By January 2023, that number had doubled, passing 30 million, and now just over a year later, it's broken 40 million. I think the pandemic is definitely like one of the bigger things to think about this too. When everybody was home and had nowhere to go, I think a lot of people were getting into PC gaming. People who just had nothing to do finally had that moment, that opportunity. A lot of people were streaming. A lot of people were making videos. A lot of people were making content because there really wasn't much else you could do. So you saw a lot of people just come in. Well, that's how we started, Morty, right? Well, we started streaming like right before then, and then COVID happened, and then we just kept going, right? Literally the year that it all changed. But one big reason for this growth is that Steam isn't just for gaming anymore. Many users keep the app running for chats, game updates, or just out of habit. And that's why the number of people actually playing games is much lower than those actually logged in. The platform has also been expanding with more sales, better regional pricing, and support for handheld gaming PCs like the Steam Deck, which is still really good in this day and age, even though it came out a few years ago. I'm saying this day and age like it's 10 years old. It's not that old. But speaking of games, some of the usual suspects were at the top. Counter-Strike 2 led the pack, which isn't shocking since Valve shooter has dominated for years. Other games in the most played list include Dota 2, PUBG, and Apex Legends. But recent releases have also helped boost numbers, including Helldivers 2 and Power World, both of which have been pulling in millions of players. And it also helps that popular game Monster Hunter Wilds pulled in millions of players over the weekend after such a massive release. And at this rate, hitting 50 million concurrents doesn't seem too far off. Steam keeps growing, and with new games, hardware, and features rolling out, there's no sign of it slowing down. That's cool. Speaking of Monster Hunter and Helldivers though, we have one of the articles showing just how popular Monster Hunter Wilds is, which it clawed past Dota 2 and Lost Ark to be Steam's 5th most played game ever, with a nearly 1.4 million peak player count just on Steam alone. So imagine how many people are actually playing the game worldwide, like on consoles and everything too. But one day post-launch, Monster Hunter Wilds keeps smashing records on Steam. It's currently cruising at, as of March 1st, 1.2 million players at the time of writing, but peaked at 1.3. And that means it's eclipsed Dota 2 and Lost Ark to secure the 5th highest player count ever in Steam's history. And Wilds has a ways to go to hit number 4, though. Counter-Strike 2 Global Offensive is sitting at a pretty 1.8 million players for its all-time peak. Nearly matched that number in the past 24 hours. It has a whopping 1.4 in this game at that very moment. This is an update. Oh man, so that's crazy. But they have to constantly keep updating it as well. But that was cool. This article is just a bunch of things before it hit that 1.4 million concurrent player count. I can't speak today. That's how exciting this is, though. Like, I'm really like when games do well. Like, and they even go on to say how some of these other games have sold too. Let me see what else they have here. Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 had fewer than 70,000 peak players. Well, it was fewer than 70,000 peak players below CD Projekt Red's heavy hitter. And like this just showing where it was. But this is crazy, man. It is actually crazy to see this game. That just lets you know how much popular this franchise has become. Because Monster Hunter used to be so niche. It got its breakout into the mainstream, I think, during World. Because a lot of people who had never touched Monster Hunter games before ended up playing World and liking it. You had so many different crossovers too. Like you had, since it's a Capcom franchise, Capcom IP, of course you had crossovers like Street Fighter, where you had the Ryu armor, and I think you also had Chun-Li armor, can't remember for sure. But you had Dante from Devil May Cry coming in there. You also had Geralt from The Witcher, because The Witcher was like super duper big at the same time. I think that's when like 3 had come out recently. They had The Witcher crossovers, and these weren't just like armors or cosmetics. Some of these actually changed your attacks and abilities you could use. Like you could use Witcher spells. You could throw Hadokens at different monsters in Monster Hunter. You could uppercut monsters. I don't know how long I've been asking for them to add some type of fist weapons to Monster Hunter, but I was so happy they did. Even if it was only due to a crossover. Like that's dope. Stuff like that is really sick. And if they do something like this with Wilds, I think it'd be even bigger. But it's really nice. Unfortunately, not so good news. We always gotta get one, right? Warner Bros. You know, studio shut down Monolith, the studio behind the Nemesis system, and a bunch of other hits as well when it comes to games. For Shadow War, Shadow Mordor. Yeah, Warner Bros. Still owns the Nemesis system until 2035, even after they shut the studio down. Horrible, man. Horrible. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they only used this system in 2 games. That being Shadow War and Shadow Mordor. I don't know if the Nemesis system has made an appearance in any other game. I think that's been it. But yeah, the studio that actually went through and made those games is shutting down. And Warner Bros. Is merging the team with Avalanche Software, which are developers of Hogwarts Legacy. But even though Monolith is closing, one of its biggest creations, the Nemesis system, will stay under Warner Bros. Control until 2035. And it was first introduced in Shadow of Mordor, and it became even more complex in Shadow of War. It made enemies remember past fights, react to how battles played out, and even grow stronger after defeats, for those who don't know, of course. And this feature made the games stand out, but no other studios have used it because Warner Bros. Patented it in 2021. And that patent doesn't expire until 2035, meaning no one else can legally copy the system without permission. And Monolith was expected to use the Nemesis system again in future projects, which they were working on a Wonder Woman game, and many hoped it would include the same mechanics, but with the team now absorbed in the Avalanche Software, it's unclear if the Nemesis system will appear in any upcoming games. And Warner Bros. Still owns the patent, so it's possible they could use it in another franchise, but they haven't announced any other plans. I really wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see the Nemesis system in another game until that patent expires. It's insane. But many people have criticized Warner Bros. For patenting the system. The game mechanics are rarely locked down like this, and some believe it limits the creativity in the industry. It was really like, what is it? Revolutionary for its time, because we hadn't really seen anything like that in the industry, and still haven't because of this patent. It's really unfortunate. Like, imagine how great bosses could become, or mini bosses, like other types of enemies in games, if we just had a Nemesis system. Like, what if Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had a Nemesis system where instead of you, like, since they went the multiverse route, you could have different versions of heroes and villains coming through from the portal, like being under Brainiac's control since they went that route, and then having to deal with, like, let's say Gaslight Batman or freaking Red Sun Superman, or like different versions of each character, like the Flashpoint verse that we had when the Flash went to save his mom, and then we had that whole thing where Thomas Wayne was Batman and what is it, Bruce Wayne's mom was the Joker. Martha Wayne, I don't know why I can remember her name. But like stuff like that, you know, they could have done so much more. But other companies, they say, could have built on the idea and improved it, but with the patent in place, they can't do much without legal trouble. And some developers have even spoken out against the decision, arguing that gaming should be about sharing innovation, not restricting it. But despite all this, Warner Bros. Hasn't done much with the Nemesis system since Shadow of War in 2017. And if they don't use it in future games, it could end up gathering dust, despite being one of the most unique mechanics in modern gaming. Meanwhile, with Monolith shutting down, the studio that created the system won't be around to actually improve it or do anything with it. And for now, the Nemesis system remains locked in Warner Bros. Patent, and unless they decide to use it again, maybe a long time before we see anything like it in another game. Just highly unfortunate, man. You hate to see it, because this was a really good system, and we just don't see things like this really, if ever, if at all, in the industry. But speaking of the industry, some big news. Allegedly, this is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. But supposedly, Rockstar is reporting planning Roblox/Fortnite user-style content for GTA 6. And apparently, Rockstar has already met with top creators regarding GTA 6, is claimed. Just a rumor for now, no actual proof, but let's go on and see what they have to say. But according to a new report from Digiday, which cites 3 industry insiders with knowledge of the meetings, it's claimed that Rockstar is planning to allow creators to modify GTA 6's game environment and assets to bring their own intellectual property into its sandbox, which wouldn't surprise me. I guess they might have seen like how popular GTA RP was in 5, and adding more systems and mechanics like that, like how you would see in Roblox and Fortnite, could probably net them more money and more users. That would probably be where they're excited about it. But creators and other user-generated game platforms, let me not zoom in too much here, such as Fortnite, Roblox can generate revenue by receiving a portion of their virtual item sales. Don't know how Rockstar would go that far, but we'll see, right? Notably, in 2023, Rockstar acquired TFX.RE, the group behind some of GTA 5's and Red Dead Redemption 2's most popular modding tools, which is dope. You always love to see people getting rewarded like this. But GTA 5 role-playing exploded in popularity in recent years. The mod, which sees players use a framework of GTA to create brand new game modes, is monetized by charging users subscription fees to participate. And according to Digiday, Rockstar's recent conversations, I don't know why I said conversions, with content creators have remained relatively open-ended. This is what I mean about getting back in the swing of things, you know? But it's unclear exactly how creators will benefit from bringing their IP and audiences into GTA 6, beyond the exposure that would come from having a presence inside of one of the world's most popular gaming properties. Earlier this month, Rockstar's parent company Take-Two claimed that Grand Theft Auto 6 is still on track to release later this year. During an investor presentation discussing its quarter 3 earnings for the financial year 2025, the publisher confirmed that the game was still listed as launching fall of calendar 2025. Last month, Bloomberg claimed that rival game publishers are waiting as long as possible to commit their release dates to next fall because of GTA 6's planned release. They want to see if GTA 6 will make its deadline or be delayed until 2026, with the goal being to put a significant distance between the release of their own games and Rockstar's, it's claimed. It really is crazy because seeing how revolutionary GTA 5 was, at least at first before they re-released it like 6 times, but I guess that goes to show just like how good of a game it was because they could re-release it 6 times. Like this game started out what, PS3 and 360, and then moved to the PS4, then the Xbox One, then the PS5, and the Xbox Series S and X. Like this game has been around for quite some time. When did GTA 5 originally release? Yeah, it's September 2013 for the PS3 and 360, bro. This game is more than 10 years old, and it's been so successful they could keep releasing it. This just goes to show you why people were so scared for GTA 6 in the industry, because they don't want to release anywhere near this game. A lot of people are theorizing that this is going to be one of the first times they could actually charge $100 for a game base price. And while I hope they don't do it, unfortunately, I know Rockstar can get away with it because there's always going to be somebody who's going to buy it. There's always going to be some people who don't want to miss out. They're going to hear how much fun their friends are having. They're going to hear how good the story is, and they're going to buy it. I probably won't be. At least not at first, unless like the game gets gifted to me or something, the price goes down. Because I can wait. I can definitely wait. And then of course you're gonna have multiplayer coming in the next year, and then of course you're gonna have the PC. Well, I don't know if they're gonna wait a whole year for multiplayer, but I know the PC release is gonna take at least a year from what they said. So that'll be interesting just to see what they do. It's crazy, man. But that's all our regular news for today. I do have 2 game trailers I want to show you guys because I think these games are just gonna be dumb fun. And I think in between like having big AAA releases, I always want to cover like games who try to do something creatively or something different. One of those being out now and one of those being in development currently, but possibly releasing in an early access soon. Let me see if I can pull them up here for you guys. I'll like read the article and then show you guys the trailer. But the first game that's gonna be like releasing in early access, well, it's in early development right now. It's called Neighbors Suburban Warfare. And it's a chaotic and colorful PvP game, as you can tell by the article. But like just the screenshot right here, you're literally beefing with your neighbors. So like you can reenact all like what you would do, what you would want to do in real life, but in a video game setting. Let me see here. They say Neighbors Suburban Warfare is like Rainbow Six Siege, but with tactical military edges filled off. And it's an upcoming multiplayer game that takes that threat a step further, pitting 2 crews of suburbanites against each other and adding a heavy dose of Looney Tunes style cartoon violence. And the person who wrote the article went on to say that they sat down with developer Invisible Walls, the name of the developer, for a couple of rounds of, well, Suburban Warfare. Each team has a house to defend with a television, toilet, bed, and oven. And in order to win, you must destroy the other team's objectives while defending your own. Of course, it's easier said than done. Your team can barricade windows, set up traps, or simply pummel enemies in unconsciousness to defend their turf. And Neighbors is a class-based shooter with a variety of colorful characters to choose from. I chose Doreen, a feisty grandma with a squat build and a pair of boxing gloves. Oh, grandma boxing? There's also characters like Chad, a lovable himbo who dresses in a maid outfit, and stealthy wallflower and local knitting enthusiast Mary Jean. I found myself stymied on these characters by Kevin, a Dennis the Menace-like child with a slingshot, and PA, a retired daredevil who kept all his old gear. So let's look at the trailer here, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's actually watch this on YouTube so we don't have to deal with this website's compression. Oh Lord. I like this art style though, but like, oh my God. Going crazy with this. The TV. But I like dumb, fun games like this. I think we need more of these. Oh, they're setting traps like it's Home Alone. Oh my God. This game is gonna be fun. Like, it just looks like pure chaos. But they also have an active Discord too. So if you're definitely like interested in the game, you can get news there and just see what they're doing in there. But it looks really fun. Most characters seem easy to pick up, but it's clear there's a high skill ceiling for some of them. The designs are also super memorable, and they've seen a million mercenaries, but you never played as an overzealous neighborhood fiend with the love of fireworks, or a dude in a maid dress smacking foes with a vacuum cleaner. While I only played for a couple rounds, I'm interested to see how these characters interact and what meta players end up forming around their strategies. Those strategies can also change depending on what map you're playing on. One round was in a small town suburb in a roundabout, where one of the biggest threats was an out-of-control delivery van that would occasionally veer around and toss out packages. Another was a much larger, snowy upper-class neighborhood, which allowed for many more opportunities of attack. That's interesting. So now, I thought it was going to be like one base map with maybe like procedurally generated houses in the neighborhood, but now we just have different maps in general for the neighborhoods. But each match of neighbors has an ebb and flow. During the day, players are charging to their opponent's house, raiding nearby construction sites for supplies, and trying to tear down fences or unlock gates. At night, the guard dog in each home wakes up, and woe betide anyone who tries to sneak into a home with that little monster active. Supposedly, it's set for an early access launch, and there's no release date yet, but players can sign up to potentially playtest the game on its Steam store page. I've played my fair share of team shooters with the colorful and charming designs of neighbors combined with the surprisingly deep competitive potential means I'll be keeping an eye on this one in particular. Yeah, that's dope. And then the next game we have here is an $8 cooperative horror game, you know? But this one actually looks kind of different. This one actually looks different.
Like a far-off memory.
And supposedly it's rocketing up Steam's top sellers list. It never occurred to me Lethal Company is missing physics until I played this, somebody said.
Line the pieces up.
And here we have a trailer here. It's called Repo. Well, that's the acronym for it. Oh my goodness, can I full screen the game? Not full screen the game, but full screen the video. There we go.
Ooh, tiny.
Be careful, be careful.
Look at us, we're so professional. Okay, guys.
Oh God.
No. Please. Stop.
Why are they dunking this man in the toilet?
Get involved in this. Give it to me.
No. Okay, let's buy some items.
I get you up here for survival. Yeah. Oh my God!
I like when developers do a trailer like this where they just show you gameplay. Oh my God. But I've seen some people describe this game as like, yeah, physics-based Lethal Company. This is what I've been seeing, what I've been hearing.
And mine.
But Lethal Company clone is one of the 3 remaining genres that now encompass the entirety of Steam. The 2 being Vampire Survivors clone and I can't say this for YouTube, but most of these games briefly clog up the new releases tab before being replaced by yet more cooperative auto battling horror. I can't say that either. It occasionally one sticks to landing, such as the case of Repo, a game about repossessing items from creepy buildings that at the time of writing is selling more copies than Civilization 7. Looking at Repo, it isn't hard to see why. So it takes Monster Chew Bones of Lethal Company, expands the max player count from 4 to 6, dope, and adds 2 differentiating features. First, it casts players as googly-eyed, primary colored pedal bins, resembling the storybots from Netflix's Sesame Street knockoff Axe the Storybots, complete with the mouths that flap like a Muppets whenever the player speaks over voice chat. And second, it imbues the entire experience with wibbly-wobbly physics. Every object in the game can be lifted with a telekinetic beam, but each object also has a different weight value, so larger objects need to be lifted by multiple players, similar to a top-down cooperative game Moving Out. And amusingly, players can also lift each other, which can be used to access new areas, or is demonstrated in the above trailer by the group dunking one player into the toilet for hijinks. There's one thing that Repo does differently from Lethal Company. When players are spotted by one of the monsters lurking around, players can try to hide from it, squashing their bodies right down so they can creep under tables or other obstacles. This adds a bit more tension and back and forth to player escapades. All this has led...
What is this? Huh? This is whack! I can't get jiggy with this shit!
That's a rage. All this has led to Repo quickly garnering an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam from almost 2,000 reviews. I think the game is like, yeah, $8 they said? $8, $9. Never occurred to me Lethal Company is missing physics until I played this game. And it's surprising how much fun you can have throwing around objects or being thrown yourself, which is nice. I personally love the fact that there really isn't a time limit when you're in the mission. You can explore and take as much time as you need. That's really cool. That's one of the only things like I would say some people complain about Lethal Company is that there is a time limit, but of course that adds tension. So some might like it, some might not. But it's also worth noting that Repo is an early access game, with developer SimiWorks stating they expect to release the final version in around 6 to 12 months. While the studio doesn't detail its exact plans for the early access period, merely stating it wants to work with the community and make this game the best it could be, points out that Repo is already perfectly playable and fleshed out with 3 worlds, 19 enemies, 29 equipment items, and 8 player upgrades. And yeah, for that being at a launch discount at $8 and only charging 10, it sounds really dope. I've seen people play this game. I've seen people having fun with this. I'll probably end up picking it up.
Reminds me.
I don't know if I'd stream it, but I'd have fun with it.
Why did the Keyblade choose me?
But that all being said, that's going to be all our gaming news for now. So let me work with this mod list a little bit.
No one would miss me.
And then we can actually start playing.
That's not true.
But I hope you're doing well, Rage. I hope everybody who's like tuned into the stream right now is doing well, having a great day, great Monday. Hope life isn't treating you rough. I had a mod list. I think it was at 316 mods. Right now I cut it down to 257, so that's big. Right now I'm just trying to find if there's anything else I need to cut out. There's always the problem with like when I mod something. It's like I'll add in a lot of things. I'll like try to make it very clear to not try and add anything that's too crazy or just go super insane, which is why most of the time I download mod packs. But not everybody's mod packs are the same, and not everybody like bothers to update their mod packs, so then I have to like go through and manually do it myself. And then there was a mod not too long ago with the DLC that came out that broke a lot of, not a mod, but there's a DLC that came out and an update that broke a lot of mods. So then I had to go back and see which ones worked and which ones were broken. So that made things interesting. It really is just a lot of skin mods at this point. Everybody's not even really going to use like that. So we will see. Okay. I think we're just about done. I might give it a shot. There's been so many games out. It's been so hard to find time too. But Hades ain't going anywhere, so. Let's see here. Is there anything else I'm missing? I have so many 40k mods. But I think this, for the most part, should make it so the game boots a lot quicker too. This one character just has a lot of skins.
Yeah. Sora, you wanted one, didn't you?
Really? That's funny. Voice lines only in game during early access, and then I remove stuff like it felt like there was nothing after here, like it was just a void was in there before they added a couple bosses. Interesting, very interesting. Probably not gonna play this character again, so let me get rid of that. I do like seeing stuff like that, like seeing the active development is really cool. Because not a lot of developers do that in early access. They'll try and wall you off from things or immediately hide it from you. But it's nice that like how you said, you can actually see them developing the game and working on it. That active development. Them not being scared to like kind of show you behind the curtain. They also did that with the coding for the first game too, which was cool. Like where you actually saw like what they were working on, their scripts and how they were running it, just in case like some people wanted to find it, work on some things, and it made modding a lot easier. Or the potential for modding to be a lot easier. I don't know if people modded Hades 1 like that. Okay, I don't think anyone's gonna play this character. Let me remove them. That'll be 250. Which, if all goes well, this should run a lot more stably. Yeah, the way I see it is like watching someone build a house, like seeing everything come together, seeing like rooms kind of form and dissipate at the same time. And then like seeing the final product come together, like as things are filled out. Which has kind of been cool to me. Okay.
Come on, I know you want to try it. What are you talking?
Oh no. Jesus. Yeah, I think it was. What was it? You were in the Discord that one time, right? When I was just throwing out the net, and the monster was like super fast, and I just couldn't grab it.
And of course, Axel too.
Let me see if this person's on Risk of Rain 2 or not. He is. Okay, let me unmute myself in the Discord. All right, my bad. I just sent you the profile code, Matthew.
It's Monday, so I need to go over here.
I DM'd it to you on Discord.
2. And this one is like 6. So.
Let me just double check it.
Okay.
Because now it's down to 250 mods, so 250.
Okay.
So this should work a lot better and should boot a lot faster. We're gonna see.
Alright, yeah, let me start downloading right now.
Nah, I can imagine Rage. That would piss me off too.
Yes, bro's been like dedicated to like this mod list for like 3 days now.
Yep. This mod list is a love letter.
Just gotta adjust it as time goes, just to see like what works, what people use, what people don't. Because things are always being updated. Down to 250 mods, sounding like a sim streamer now. Yeah, yeah.
Sims players do not be playing about the mods, bro.
The game's borderline unplayable without them though. At this point, I get it.
Yeah, they be adding like better haircuts and stuff. I understand.
The Wicked Whims mod is being one of the most controversial.
Yeah.
There'll be some freaks playing The Sims, man. It's kind of crazy. Not everybody, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a majority.
Okay, and then that's it. Oops, I did it. Not this.
But it's crazy, Rage. Like, just seeing all the mods people have made for this game. Like, there's mods adding in like straight up anime characters, not only just as skins, but as like fully playable, like Sonic, Shadow. Not, of course, not like them as anime characters, but like just giving you an idea of how many people could come in. A Saber from Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero and all the other Fate series. Just say the Fate series really at this point. Rimuru Tempest from the time I got reincarnated as a slime. The people from Steins Gate even got skins. You can say everybody use your whole chest. They're gonna show up with angry pitchforks. They're gonna make me a sim and start beating me up in the engine.
Real.
That's what I realized. That's what a lot of people started doing with like people they disliked, which is funny to me. They make a sim out of them and just murder them in the Sims. But yeah, the game is booting right now, so just waiting to see how this works. Because it used to take almost like, at one point with how many mods I had, not even with this mod list, but with mod lists I've done in the past, it would take like 10 minutes to boot. Back before everybody started optimizing the game more and everything too. So you just be sitting there waiting.
4289.
A lot of them are just different characters, and I realized I had a lot of characters people just weren't gonna play. Mainly because I added them, I was like, oh, this is cool, but I didn't even like stop to think how many people would actually get to that character like ever. But it's a great time waster.
That's in order. Where are you talking? Give me the rest of the thread.
How's your running going, Matthew?
I'm chilling. Just like getting some more artifacts. Gotta get to stage 5 and get to that machine. Be able to get them. I finally got the one with the doubles. It doubles the spawn, so the game's like not so as hell at the beginning anymore.
This can go back and this can go back. And we back.
Okay, so we're at 167 mods out of 250 reach.
Hey, feeling pretty
It's a very fun game though. Like, it's very nice. Like, this is what I mean by getting back in the swing of things. Just trying all this again. Just streaming again. It's been interesting. It's been really fun though, because when I was studying, I realized how much I missed it.
Yo, Zion, did you see the new Valorant character?
Like, I think even...
Well, yeah, I did.
Let me definitely mute myself. But like, while I was doing it, while I was studying, I realized just how much I like doing it. Like, even if I don't become the biggest streamer, which I wouldn't even want to, like, I'd want to keep doing this part-time so I can keep my passion for it. I don't think I'd ever want to stream as a full-time job. I think this is something I'd always want to do part-time, but I don't think like this I should turn the thing I love into work. Now, if there's like other things I could do that were adjacent to it, probably. But I think I really like what I'm doing now with it. I don't think there's anything wrong with being like a part-time content creator. I think a lot of people get so caught up in trying to chase like the big light, trying to like pop off. They're clip farming, doing everything they can for the spotlight. I just don't think I'd want to do all that. I just want to deal with the ramifications, the repercussions of being like famous or popular like that. Like, I think Corey Kenshin not too long ago had to deal with an issue where I don't even know if he was publicly responded to it, but he was getting his hair done by a hairstylist, and she walked in front of him. You can kind of see him glance down and look at her butt, and people were immediately trying to nail this man to the cross with that. Like, they're immediately trying to like make it this whole big thing. It was like a nanosecond too. And I was like, man, like stuff like that happens to a lot of different people in the streaming space, and I'm like, I think I'm good on that. Having to deal with people swatting you, finding out where you live at, having to move, having to like tip off the cops, like being like, hey, this is something that could happen just in case, so save my address. Yo. John, thank you so much for the raid. How's it going? I bet we're booting up Risk of Rain too, so hope you've been doing well. Appreciate the raid. Let me see if I can get you a shout out here. Let me see if that still works. That's why my effects and everything weren't popping up like how they should be. Because my computer's too busy trying not to explode.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, if you guys aren't following, it's Prince of Fire. Highly recommend that you do. Oh, is this not gonna work? Well, highly recommend you do. He plays a variety of different titles and different games. I believe I saw him playing Monster Hunter the other day. But really dope guy, really dope individual. You definitely want to see somebody playing different things, actually interacting with people in their chat. It is generally like speaking their thoughts unfiltered. Highly recommend them. But if you guys don't know me, I'm Maximum Obesity. I'm a mental health advocate as well as a little bit of a variety streamer. But every Monday we discuss mental health. Oh, Woodland, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Panda Army. Appreciate that. Every Monday we discuss mental health in some way, shape, or form, and every like Monday, Wednesday, Friday we cover gaming news. So we just did some gaming news today, and our current mental health topic discussion for today is getting back in the swing of things. For those that don't know, it's been about 4 weeks since I did my last stream. Well, not counting this weekend streams I had to do for tests. And that's just because I was taking my Security Plus exam. Let me actually switch over here so you guys can see the game. So I wanted to take some time off to make sure I would... Ooh, is this menu broken? It might be. You know it's bad when the UI doesn't appear. Okay, that was weird. But yeah, as you can see, we're playing some mod at Risk of Rain too. What's up, Dre? Appreciate you being here.
What I said back there.
Let me tap out the game real quick.
Thinking I was better at stuff than...
And let me change the volume mixer. As you can see, this is a modded game we got going on here. Let me open up my volume mixer. Let me go back to the menu here. Just need to adjust this music volume. Where is it? Not this one. What game is this? Risk of Rain 2. Risk of Rain 2. So these are all mods I have downloaded. These aren't all of them, but there's a lot of them. I think we keep the music to about 15. Maybe like a 10 or 12. But that was weird. So yeah, modded Sonic in here. Characters like Hunk from Resident Evil. And then he has some mod variations too. Like there's a bunch of different characters that have skins.
Let me handle this.
Of course, Trunks.
Hey, it's me, Goku.
Goku. Even got some skin mods with some characters. Kiryu from Yakuza. Knuckles. I don't know why they made Knuckles so big. But like even some of the vanilla characters have like really good skins and really different skills. The Enforcer, and these just like are just a list of skins. Warhammer skins. Some other things like that. But it's a roguelike, so you can download mods. It's really moddable. So there's a mod I have that allows you to play up to 16 players. So I've just been kind of sending it to my friends and trying to play with them as much as possible. But even the base game is still pretty good with all the different things and that stuff they've added over the years. I can't speak today. But yeah, like Alucard from Hellsing, Revy from Black Lagoon. And then there's a bunch of other mods too they've added for natural characters. I'm not going to go through all of them. But just to give you an idea like how modded this game is. There's 250 mods installed. I had 316, but I wanted to reduce it to make the game a little more stable. So now I've just been playtesting it.
I want the truth and nothing but the truth.
I think I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit. The effects.
Leave it to me.
Mega Man. I think we'll go with somebody simple though. Like that's the thing, there's so many choices. Oh yeah, did I mention we even modded a tank into the game? Like if you just have like everything set normally, it's just straight up a tank that you can mod and mix and match different parts with. Ganondorf. We have Link in here somewhere too. But I think just to show you guys a few things, I'll probably play Sonic. I've been playing Sonic a lot, funnily enough. But yeah, this game is also dirt cheap too. And if you have the DLC, everybody else playing with you gets a DLC for free while they're playing with you. Which I'm always down for that. But basically, essentially, you'll travel through each map, fighting enemies, getting stronger, opening chests, getting more items. And your goal is to get through the game as quickly as possible because the longer you play the game, the harder it gets. Like the effects and everything just goes to show you how much effort they put into this mod. So yeah, I'm just going around right now trying to get stronger. 10% chance to throw a pie that deals 400%. Nice. And I also have HUD mods that'll like change how this HUD looks because it normally doesn't look quite as clean. Nice. Really fun though. Like this already adds so much more time to a game that already has like hundreds of hours you could play. Right now, I'm just grabbing everything I can before we go. And then they even modded in the Chaos Emeralds for Sonic. If you collect all 7, you can go into Super Sonic. Just need 2 more gold. I'm out here window shopping right now. I hear something. There's also an emote list too that I have too, where you can just do things. Why is this so loud? Why are they letting me do this? All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. I almost died. That's enough of that. Yeah, but you see, like, they just let you do things like that, and that's another mod, which has another mod built in with it with so many different emotes. So like, yeah. And right now I'm still emoting. Like, I'm doing an emote right now, and they'll still let me like do everything, all my skills. Got how to stop it. Okay. You know, I should have read the notes. I guess now I'm eternally dancing. I'll figure this out. This is definitely not what I thought I was going to be doing today when I woke up. It's 2 of 7. 2 out of 7 Chaos Emeralds. Let me make sure I get off the stage. I've been here too long. Like, how long is this dance, bro? I love that this is fine attitude. Yeah. You know, as a streamer, I think after a while, you just get used to things breaking so often that when it happens with a mod, you just kind of get used to it. You're just like, oh, we're rolling with it. It's a lot like being in IT from what I heard. Things break so often, you're just like, yeah, this is fine. If only 20 things broke today, that's a good day. He kind of hitting it though, you know? Like, look at this, you know? That's your job, man. Look. I'm finding out myself from professionals in the field, like, hey, get used to this. Choreography on this goes crazy. Okay. Oh my God, I almost died. Everything almost ended right there. Don't worry, I'll figure this out eventually. Say that Bezos. I appreciate it, Dre. Thank you so much. 2 months in a row. Thank you. You chose me for your prime. I'm honored. Yeah, let me get out the stage. I sounded kind of on beat almost. All right, yeah, I gotta get out of here. I gotta find the teleporter. So the teleporter randomly spawned in like different parts of the map too. And there's different indicators to where it could be. Oh no. What? What is this? He's ascending. All right, yeah, no. Get loose. Hey, yo. I can't stop emoting. Can't stop, won't stop. Maybe when I teleport, it'll stop. Oh wait, where's that altar? Where's that altar? Where's that? You know what? I'll find it on a new map. I'll find it on a new map. I gotta get out of here. I will take this though. Oh, nope. Can't grab it now. It's one of the only games that make jellyfish deadly. This looks like I'm slapping him. Ooh, gotta get away from that. Thank you for dying. Everything wants me dead all of a sudden. I'm just vibing. Please. All right. There's some type of hotkey to stop this. Every time I stop the actual... Oh, God. Is that a green screen of an explosion they added with this? All right, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna get out of here. Gotta get out, gotta get out. Cool. Okay. All right, we've stopped emoting. Oh, okay. I kind of like the music here. So yeah, there's different things you can do to kind of like find different portals in between the actual regular level structure. So this game has like different hidden mechanics and secrets that you can use to get into different spots to get yourself ahead in the run. It's like this right here is like a shop in between time and worlds. That being the shopkeeper. And like this thing being one of the characters you can unlock, but let's say you free the character, you unlock the character, every following up run that you do, you can free this character. And then she'll become a follower for that run. Oh, I need these. Thank you. And then you also have a mod that adds more items to the shop. Okay. Do I have anything here that will increase my speed? Maybe this? Oh no, that increased my health regeneration after killing an enemy. Oh yes. More speed. Oh no. Okay, so it's not actually buying it anymore. But yeah, you can actually attack and kill the shopkeeper provided you do enough damage. Are those his eyes? Where are his eyes? I didn't even know he was tatted. That's cool. This man's just been sitting here this entire time waiting for somebody to visit his shop. And also this is cool too because like, let's say you're playing this game, let's say like you're in a really sweaty run and you just need a break. You can kind of come in here for a moment, just chill, relax, and then get back out there. You can even choose where you want your next area to spawn at, but if you just kind of want to go back through here, you can. There's a portal down below here where you can go through to unlock a secret character too. But I'm not gonna go there. We're gonna hope everything doesn't freeze. Okay. All right. And now Sonic does have a mechanic in this game where if he's running downhill, he will get a little faster. Oh, I missed. Everything wants me dead. Please be something good. Oh, thank you. Acts nicely. Healing drone, I need that. You have to die. Oh, this also increases my movement speed, but Chaos Emerald, please. I think that's 3. Definitely need this. I'm just going around activating things that are hopefully going to kill things for me so I can make more money passively. We're bringing capitalism to aliens. Yeah, so like these chests I'm opening, they all drop items that definitely make me stronger. But like that artificer, like these little health bars you see on the side here, Dre, those are all different, like essentially followers or companions that I have right now. The healing drone, I think that's self-explanatory, but the artificer, like that's a whole nother character you can select in the game. But like this security drone that just spawned, I have an item now that'll spawn it whenever I kill certain types of enemies. And then you have little things like this that'll drop actual usable equipment you can use. A drug-induced frenzy for 8 seconds, increasing damage by 25% and attack speed by 50. And all it says is prescriptions. Okay. I don't think that's a base game item. Didn't think I'd be able to roleplay a crackhead in here. You know what? Let's see what it's like. Be crazy to see what Sonic would be like if we just started mainlining fentanyl. That's what I'm assuming this playing would be like. I'm gonna wait till the boss spawns before I use it though, because I don't know how long the cooldown is. Some items have a really long cooldown. Ukulele, 25% chance to fire chain lightning. I almost died. My life flashed before my eyes. This map also has like a lot of different tunnels and stuff here too. This map is a mod. Like this is not a normal Risk of Rain 2 mod map. But I realized how many years I've spent modding like Fallout and games like that. Because when I have like this mod list is very short for me. I'm used to having like 600, 800, 1,000, 2,000 mods in a save. So I think I don't like really put it into perspective when I say, oh, this only has 200 mods, because that's still a lot for a lot of people. Oops, I almost quit on accident. I would have cried. On the inside though, I wouldn't have let y'all see that. Actually, I'm gonna use the drugs. I'm gonna use the drugs. The juice is loose. Oh, that doesn't last long at all. It's also weather mechanics. Oh, now we're moving. We kind of were. Hopefully this doesn't get me killed. Oh, bet. This heals me for 2% of my health every time I'm sprinting. All right, let's go gambling. We also have these shrines here too where you got to give them gold and they have a chance to give you an item. But let's say you use it, it doesn't give you an item, it still gets more expensive. And even if you do get an item, it gets more expensive. So sometimes you'll have a shrine that'll cost like, oh, 50 gold. And then it'll get as high as 3,000 for an attempt because that's how much you missed. That's how much it didn't give you an item. Where's the teleporter? I can make it. Cool. Ugh, I didn't know that this all happened when you killed the jellyfish. That's a base game enemy. I just need to make it to this one spot so I can unlock this character I've been trying to unlock. Oh, hope somebody else shot him. My knees. I got my ankles are made out of paper mache. If you fall in this game, it will hurt. Okay, Artificer, I see you. Let him up then. Alright, we can get out of here. And your character naturally levels up too while you're playing. It's not just like you only get items to get stronger that way. You actually level up and it'll increase your base stats and stuff like that too. Very fun game, very fun game. This is a modded map. It kind of seems like it could be in the base game though. I like lore friendly stuff like this. Really small, nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. I can't imagine Santa pulling up on me like that. I would literally die. Oof. What's in here? Something is killing my friends. Need more friends. Ooh, almost didn't make it. Need more Chaos Emeralds. Oh, I was gonna say I thought it fell off the map for a second. What was that? We're at 5. I need 2 more. I think the Chaos Emeralds will spawn at every map too, so you just gotta find them each map. They should be around here somewhere. Need you dead? A stench emanates from the ground. That does not sound good. What does a wrench do? What is a wrench gonna do for me? Oh, random boost? Oh my god, I'm too fast. I didn't need that. Getting random boosts every time somebody dies. things keep trying to explode on me. But I kind of like playing games like these because as mellow or as chill they can start out, there's always something to talk about or something to do. Like they could be as slow as you want them to be or as quick. And it's like, it makes it easy to have conversations, be able to talk to people. At least for me. I know there's a lot of people, once they see a lot of stuff like this on the screen, they're just like, ugh. I think it's not so bad. I don't know if anybody's been seeing like the new Shrek movie models. And for those who don't know, yeah, they are making another Shrek movie. It seems like a lot of the returning cast is gonna be there, but I know some people were saying they didn't like the art style. Like some people don't like how Donkey's fur looks, or they say Fiona looks uglier in this one. I'm honestly surprised they even went through the trouble of trying to make another one. Especially since it's been so long. I thought they were just gonna kind of leave it. Because I don't think the series ended badly. Person can get in Risk of Rain too, I feel that. It ain't for everybody. And I probably wouldn't still be playing it if not for the mods. Because they just add so much more to the game. Distract enemies or attach to the enemies to divert their attention to the enemy. Holographic donkey? I guess speaking of Shrek, right? You might have had an easier time with the first one, Rage, or like Risk of Rain Returns. That's because like everything was a little more controlled. But I don't know. The first one's like kind of ancient at this point. That was back when people were still using Hamachi servers for multiplayer. Because they didn't have an actual working in-game browser to find people's lobbies. I'm so happy we moved away from that. Oh, that's fair, yeah. Perfectly fair.
Time to go pedal metal there, guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, you're talking to a shepherd, so no one knows more about it than I do, frankly.
That's the mod doing that? That's the item. Every time I use a donkey, the donkey says something. That's funny. I think I'll be switching equipment. You know, I killed the boss so fast, I forgot to spawn the boss. I was like literally asking myself just now, where's the boss at? All right. I think I'm just missing one emerald now. Oh, here's the last emerald I need. What's also crazy about this game is that over time, bosses will start spawning as regular enemies. Like mini versions of themselves, so they're not quite as strong, but yeah. We'll have to get out of there. I got frozen, no!
I want to look like a holographic dunk. End paragraph.
Let me give up half my health there. That noise sounds horrifying. Alright, we have all the Chaos Emeralds, I think. So we just gotta press V to transform. Oh my goodness. But that idea kind of put something in my mind I'm just thinking about now. Art style and art direction mattering more than kind of like graphical fidelity. I think that's the way it should be. I think that's one of the reasons why cell shaded games, no matter how long it's been, always look good to me, just because of that particular art style is like almost borderline timeless. Like, I think I'll always like how Hades 1 and 2 looks, or games like Ocarina of Time versus something like how, you know, Dragon's Dogma for the next couple of years will age, or The Last of Us 1 and 2. Like, you know, great for the time, but probably like over time gonna not be as good compared to games like those. Like a Rayman or a Spyro or a Crash Bandicoot, stuff like that. Which after a while, don't get me wrong, like a lot of games in that genre have aged and don't always look the prettiest. But when you get something like a remaster or something like that, that just gives you like an extra 10 years, it feels like. Before that game's art style becomes old again.
Yeah, well, you're talking to a shepherd, so no one knows.
Shifted ports. Okay. Turn back time 10 seconds. Interesting. Please give me the turret. $982. Just don't have enough money. This game's a little too realistic right now. Where's the drone? I was just next to it. There it is. First aid spray. Read this item. There's a lot happening. Oh my god, he's fast.
I want to look like a holographic dunk. End paragraph.
Oh my god, I catapulted myself. Which one of these do I want?
Time to go pet the metal there, guy.
Guess I'll take the beads. Give me this. No, sir. Oh my god. That hurts. Oh, my skill didn't come back in time. God, you can't reactivate him in air like that. Okay. Let me see if I can remember where the teleporter was. Oh, there's some more drones over here. Definitely like these. If I can like find anything else over here. Oh, the moment I said that, ask and you shall receive. Won't he do it? Guess they needed some time to find me.
I want to look like a holographic.
Don't run. What's up, Nightmares? Hope you're doing well. We're just playing some Mod of Risk of Rain too. What is it? 3,900? Yeah, I'm not staying that long. Or maybe I will.
Yeah, well, you're talking to the shepherd, so no one knows more about it than I do.
Guess they heard that I needed money and then everybody started showing up to attack me. Wait, Nightmares, hope your Monday is treating you well. Hope your headspace is okay. Hope it's off to a great start at the very least.
It's time to go pet over the metal there, guy. I want to look like a holographic number and a paragraph.
Forgot about this boss. This boss is in the base game.
Yeah, well, you're talking to a shepherd, so no one knows more about it than I do, right?
Oh, you know what? Let me actually transform. In a supersonic ear.
I want to look like a holographic car and a paragraph.
The guy, he can fly like this. Just laying people out. This lower accurate Sonic.
Yeah, well, you're...
Just kind of sending things everywhere. I think everybody within a 10-mile radius is dead. No, this doesn't last forever. There we go. Crazy. Oh, now that everybody's dead, this is kind of anticlimactic. Let me turn down this music a little bit. It's a little loud. Sorry, you Sonic? Yep. It's one of the mods we got, T. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for popping in. Gonna turn this down for about 8. I just went supersonic. You should have seen it. All right. Yeah, there's about... I got the mod list down from like 316 to 250, 260. Oh, it actually rewinds you back to the place you were in.
Time to go pet a little.
That's funny. Yeah, we are indeed Sonic. Anybody else wants like the mod list, like once I finish getting out the kinks, let me know. Because I'm probably going to cut down some more stuff out of it. Because I really want to make sure this runs well for a lot of people on a lot of different systems. And that people have fun with it. Try not to have it become like one super complicated web of coding. Well, profile codes, I mean. Reset all skill cooldowns? Nice.
I want to look like a holographic gun and a paragraph.
Nah, audio, you guys keep hearing this from a equipment mod. Probably not gonna use that piece of equipment again though. Oh my goodness, what was that? Something wants me dead, and it wants me dead bad. Give me the clock back. Ow. Healing drone, I will take that. Say that's the only thing about playing Sonic though. He's really fragile. That's the trade-off with him being super fast. Why was that one running?
Yeah, well, you're talking to a shepherd, so no one knows more about it than I do.
Do this. Jesus, I lost all of those? Gambled and got nothing for it. This is awful. Oh my god, something just hit me hard. Oh, it's the imp. He started stabbing me in the back of the neck. Ow. Y'all gotta go. Ooh, what is this chasing me? Something is still following me.
It's time to go peddle the
I think we're just about good with what we got here. But T, when was the last time you guys played Risk of Rain 2? Because I want to see if I can get a lobby of people together. If at all possible. If anybody would be interested in one of these days, let me know. Once I finish like buffering out the kinks. Oh, on your PS4? Oh man, yeah, they've surprisingly enough, the base game has dropped a lot of content too. So a lot of stuff will be new for sure. Like with the Survivors of the Void and Secrets of the Void DLCs, they've added like new maps, new characters, and new bosses. And if one person in the lobby actually has the DLC, everybody can play. I think I have everything I need to fight the boss. I'm not quite as fast as I would like to be, but this is doable. Ooh, what's this, a drone? I'm just going around picking stuff up while my drones and everybody are fighting. Ooh, another drone. I don't think there's a cap on the amount of drones you can get either. Like the UI just starts zooming itself out and will scale if you just have an unnecessary amount of drones. Super bad at gambling. Well, that's not good. Where is this teleporter? Nah, Nightmares. It's funny because he said the same thing. Nah, it's a mod. I'm playing modded Risk of Rain 2. It's kind of crazy how like well some of these characters fit and how good the work on these mods are. Because of how talented the developer was. And like how many different versions of a character there can be. I'm gonna start gaslighting people and be like, yeah, you didn't know Sonic was always in this game. Shadow too. Then I'm gonna pull up the Shadow mod and be like, yeah. They've been playable since about like 2 or 3 updates ago. You ain't know? They'd be like, you call yourself a fan. That's crazy. I'm gonna just start doing it. Who gonna stop me? Like, free will is a scary thing. Like, the type of people who wake up every day in the wake up every day in the morning just like, I could go gaslight somebody today. Like, that's crazy. Like, there's people who just really think like that. Like, I'm gonna go tell somebody I love them and not mean it. I ain't insane. Like that time I told you to have a good day, I really wanted you to have a bad one. Do I just... What? Oh, it's, you know what, when it does that, it's the jetpack I have. I had to think about it for a second. I was like, why was I able to just float there? Where is this teleporter? I want to get out of here. You know what? That means it's somewhere out the way. It's somewhere out of the way. I have to go actually find it. And it's a primordial teleporter too. I shouldn't have moved the mod that added a light. Oh, there it is. Literally just saw it. It's over there. I'm gonna go past it one time though. All right, so we gotta change the destination here. I don't know if y'all knew this is something you could do, but if you go to the primordial teleporter and you activate the outsides, you can change the destination and it'll open like the portal to obliterate yourself. My frames. I had frames. I had frames. Everybody named Mama decided to come out, huh? What is this, a cookout? Everybody said, oh, Sonic's on this planet. Like, what?
Yeah, well, you're talking to a shepherd, so no one knows more about it than I do.
Like, what was that? Nobody had, they did not have the business, the right mind, or the credentials to come out here like that. Leave the artificer alone.
I want to look like a hologram.
Let me ascend real quick. Okay, cool. That just normally does not happen. Oh, it's because it's on literally one of the highest difficulties.
Yeah, well, you're talking to a shepherd, so no one knows more about it than I do.
Let me reactivate my drones. No! Woo! The run almost ended right there. The run almost ended right there because I didn't see where that circle was. If I wasn't playing Sonic and I jumped into that, I would have died.
It's time to go pedal over metal.
Where's the portal? There should have been a portal that opened, yeah?
Yeah, well, you're talking to a shepherd. So
Did the celestial portal not open? All right, that's been a bug. It'll open one of these new stages. These skips have me worried. Lonely Island. All right, all right. We're here.
I want to look like a holographic and a paragraph.
There's a lot happening. Ow. Ow. You gotta go. You're too dangerous to be left alive. vengeful toaster? Okay. There's a lot happening. My mind's like processing less than half of what is occurring on the screen. I'm just kind of running around and things are happening. Oh my goodness. Like they're really trying to jump me right now. I'm just existing, please. Got slowed. Oh, I didn't want that. Oh, go hoof. That I wanted. It's a lot of effects proccing at the same time. No, it fell off the map. I hate it here. Wrong item. I also hate it here. Okay. Let's fight the boss. Grandparent, oh no. Oh. This looks like some type of Lovecraftian entity, but it's really a base game enemy. I need to go. I need to go. I need to go. I need to go. I don't know what killed it, but it wasn't me. Look how fast I'm running. Oh my goodness. There's a lot happening. No, I'm almost off the map. Okay, cool. Had to literally break the laws of physics. Is that portal not gonna open for me now? I just need the portal so I could actually like unlock this character, but for some reason the portal I need isn't opening. Let me see if I could Google a fix before everything tries to kill me again. Alright, I don't know. We're going to guess. See what happened though. Oh my god, the storm did this. I just want to get the orb. We're just moving. I think I'm gonna have to do this loop again. Just existing and everybody is trying to kill me. That's a minigun. Okay. Oh, 8,000, can't even gamble. I think we pretty much got everything we need. I'm like trying hard not to die. Even the turrets can't stay alive, man. Might just have to re-grab all the Chaos Emeralds. That is crazy. I didn't even have to do that. He kind of just walked in front of me. I don't even know what that was. Give me the coffee. This map is bigger than I thought it was. Wait a minute. All right, oh, you have to die. At this point, there's so much stuff happening. I don't know what I'm attacking. I just know I'm hitting something. And I don't even think all these enemies are allied with each other, so they're attacking each other while I'm also attacking them. Oh, the boss died. I didn't even realize. We oh, I'll take that. Portal still, huh? That's crazy. $1,500, I'll take it. So let's see, orb. Wait. Did it appear on that last stage just now? And I missed it? Oh, I hate it here. I was looking for it. Ooh, let me get past that guy. This is a crazy run. I think this one has been 2 hours long. Let me get up out of here. Might as well take another one of these. At this point I'm taking damage, I don't know what from. What is going on? Good lord. Yeah, I just need to find a teleport and get out of here. I can't even tell where this thing is at. Bro, what is happening? I need to leave. I need to leave. Oh my god. We just gotta end the run there. We just gotta end the run there. It's getting too crazy. That was a little too wild. For anyone else who had that auditory, oh man, who caught that auditory abuse, I do apologize. That was a little too much. My goodness. Let me check something real quick. Ay, ay, ay. We were probably gonna play someone else. Oh yeah, vey. Probably the Ravager. Alright. I think I definitely need to change around this mod list a little more though. Oh, we're invisible. We spawned in invisible. Well, that's nice. I think we'll restart. Let's try a simple character. Oh no. Now we're having issues of responding in invisible. Okay. Love that. Love that. Maybe if I reset or like teleport to a blade wire. Nope. Oh no, everything's invisible. Okay. So yeah. Think definitely gotta put this one back in the oven. See what all's working, what all's breaking everything. Tried a few different more, try removing a few more mods. That was fun. Let me actually switch screens here. Oof. Yeah, I guess people who are interested in modding, beware, because you could get a bunch of mods that work 1 second and then break everything the next. So I'll probably be looking into some of these a little deeper, seeing what works, what doesn't. Seeing if I can get through a few runs without everything breaking on me. But that wasn't the worst thing in the world. So that was really interesting. I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up. Everybody like came in through to the stream, hung out, spent this time with your boy. It means a lot. Like Dre for the sub, Woodland for the follow, John for the raid. Appreciate you. Rage for being here. Nia for being first. Who else happened to show up as well? Morty, Captain. Appreciate all you guys. By the time I end up streaming this again, it probably should be a lot more stable. I'll either probably be doing this or Monster Hunter and Marvel Rivals, one of the three. Those are the games I've been playing as of late. They've been really fun. But I want to say, this is kind of what it's like getting back in the swing of things, you know, finding your rhythm again, Even if you're out of practice, even if like you haven't done something in a while, that's kind of like how it could go. I would definitely say if you're someone struggling to kind of like get into something again, whether that's, you know, like I was saying before, a job, a career, a hobby, or, you know, just afraid of getting into something new for the first time, definitely say it's a lot easier doing it and trying to figure out how it is than just sitting there waiting for the perfect moment to get back into it. I think it's kind of like how it feels like streaming for the first time. If I were to use my personal example, like after not doing it for a while, you kind of forget how to like say things as you're playing the game and describing what you're feeling and what you're going through, and that accurately in that moment in time, which is always interesting. But I appreciate all you guys, and like I said before, I hope you guys continue to have a great Monday. We're gonna be raiding out, but let me see who's live, see who we can throw you guys over to. I think Vop is live, and I think this would be a perfect time to raid him. So if you guys could go through, show that man some love, would highly appreciate that. These dope people. Yeah, type this in. First raid message for everybody sub to the channel. Second raid message for everybody that isn't. But yeah, with that all being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and or night. You're all wonderful people.